Great, great. So good to have you this evening, Ikepo.
Thank you for having me.
I'm glad to have you. All right, for
Hello,
all of our
everyone.
guests,
Thanks for joining
for
me.
everyone, everyone is joining to get to hear this story of how Ikepo lost this amazing weight. Like I said earlier, I saw a picture of her, pictures of her when she was,
Plus size. I don't like saying obese, and I don't like saying fat. When she was a plus size woman, and seeing this, even when I posted it, everyone was like, "Wow, how did she do it?" Well, Ikepo is here, live and direct, all the way from Dubai. She's connecting with us from Dubai, where she lives, to share this story. But I think we should start with how did you feel when you were on the plus size?
Yes, let me just give you a bit of background about me.
Mm-hmm.
So, I've been overweight since day one, since the day I was born.
Wow.
And at the age of 15, I started my A-levels. Even in my high school, I was always like one of maybe the three fattest people,
In your class?
not in class, in the whole school.
Wow.
Even when I was like a teenager, I'll go to in shops, I'll go to the plus size section, and I just, I guess I was busy. I grew up in a family where we had a family business to run. So
Okay.
I was engaged, so busy doing that. So I didn't have time to pay attention to, so so when people talk about body image now, it's strange to me because I was shielded from that.
Okay.
And I didn't experience that. But at the age of 15, after doing my GCO levels,
wow.
I started A levels. Then I started paying more attention to my size.
Okay.
Then I realized that I was like another school where I was doing A levels. I was one of the 3 biggest girls in school.
What was your size then? What did you weigh at the time?
I can't remember because it wasn't the culture there to weigh regularly. But I knew I was already using a plus size. So I think I was already using like a US 16, 18, because I could only get my size in the US.
Okay.
Yeah, so my sister will get some of the clothes for me. It was difficult then to get clothes in the UK. So that was how the journey started. I became more conscious about my weight. But before that, I never really paid attention to it. So from age 15, I started one diet or the other. And of course, I've tried all the diets. So that means from age 15, I'm 51 now. That means I've been on one diet or the other for the past 36 years.
Wow.
And I've tried everything under the sun. I have tried everything.
You've done actings or whatever, actings or whatever, did they call that one?
Everything, starvation, sign of jaw, everything. I've done everything. But I've come, what really caused me to start this was in about 10 years ago, I lost my brother to lifestyle disease.
Wow.
Yeah, he
was on the big side too.
He was obese, and he started having health challenges and he eventually lost weight, but by that time, he already
had developed some health problems.
Yes.
Wow.
So he had a heart attack at 50.
Wow.
Yes. So yeah, I practiced for a while. When I finished school, I worked at a children's hospital as a nutrition. So but I went into business. But when my brother died, by the time my brother died, I set up a gym at home. I remember then I was going to the Excellence Hotel near our house. I was
Yes,
swimming.
Nikeja.
I was exercising, and I was successful. I was able to keep the weight off for the first time. I'd lost then, I think I had lost like 60 pounds or more. And it was really good, but I really worked out a lot. But when tragedy struck, I went off my routine. I lost my brother, and I was the one that saw him alive, the last person
Wow.
that saw him alive. So that traumatized me, and I started putting on the weight again.
Wow.
That was 10 years ago. And I was like, wow, after all the hard work, putting in all the hard work, after aerobic swim, watching your food, after putting on all the hard work, with having the gym at home and everything. But I just realized that because I went off my routine, when you lose a loved one, the last thing on your mind is
Wait,
going
trying to look good.
And I found out that in my own case, the kind of body type I have, I just have to, it's actually forever. It's forever. And that's how I came about lifestyle change.
Okay.
Okay. For people with my kind of body type,
Okay.
it's changing your lifestyle.
Okay. So can you define what that lifestyle is about? Because I mean, for most people, I mean, there are all kinds of things out there. Oh, try this kind of food, drink this kind of tea, and things like that. You just said, I mean, because I don't know if you have a picture of you there that you can just let's see. I mean, you can actually just face it. Let's see that picture so that people can understand, how much you put into achieving what you just you're talking to us about. So that lifestyle, I don't know if you have it there. Can you just let's see it?
Yeah, I just want to check it
on your phone. So can you share that lifestyle change that you now have to adopt? Oh, can you bring it closer to your camera? I don't know if they can see because there's so much. Yes, fantastic. Wow. Can you bring it closer again? Just hold it and then it should. I think the lights.
Can you see?
Yes. I saw it earlier. Okay, but let's just talk about the lifestyle changes that you had to adopt to achieve the result that you have now.
So I put on all the weight. Can you imagine in like 6 months, mourning my brother, going into depression and all that? Because I'd never lost somebody that close to me before. Going off my routine, all the weight came back within like 6 months after losing like 60 pounds or more. I just didn't know what to do, and I was just like, where do I start from? Having put in so much work, I put in like regular workout for like almost 2 years, and I'm just back at square one again. So I was just like, what am I going to do now? And of course, we relocated to Dubai, and
your family, that's you and your husband?
Yes, we relocated to Dubai, and I saw that by that time when I lost my brother, my blood pressure was going up, and I knew I had to. So I was referred to a cardiologist, and the cardiologist said to me, I don't want to see you again because your heart is carrying extra bag of cement 24/7. Wow. I don't want to see you again if you don't lose some weight. That if you don't lose some weight, that what happens if you continually carry that extra bag of cement all over
on your body.
that it is back up. So I just that day I just said to myself, by the time I see this doctor again, I will be a huge person. So I started working. I started paying attention to my food, and I just said to myself, I'm not going back to this doctor till I've lost some weight. So when I lost 100 pounds, I went back.
How long did it take you to lose 100 pounds?
The first 100 pounds, it took me about 3 years. Yes.
Wow.
It took me about 3 years to lose it because I did it the healthy way. I was just, paying attention to my food. I got enlightened, I got help. I went to a wellness camp. I got educated, I got empowered, and I said, wow, ignorance is not an excuse. I need to educate women about these things, that the only way you can keep the weight off is making it a lifestyle. And that's why I'm so big on lifestyle changes. That's the only way you can keep the weight off, from what I've seen, especially if you have the kind of body type I have, which I know a lot of women back home have that kind of body type.
Okay, can I ask you, you've been talking about people having a peculiar kind of body type. How, can you give us the different kind of body types that there are, and the ones that are more difficult to, when you put on weight and you're in that category, that bracket, that is very difficult to shed? Can you just run through that for us?
We have like three types of body types.
Okay.
The ectomorphs, those are the ones that are lean. They're thin. Those are the slender ones that it's so difficult for them to put on weight. Those are the ones they call a slimmy or whatever, that they give all those nicknames to, that it's obvious that they're really slim. No matter what they eat, they never put on weight. Then you have the mesomorphs. Those are the ones that are like average. They have muscle. They're healthy. They look healthy. Their build is average. But if they don't work on it over time, as they age, they may put on weight. But those are like the average. But then you have the endomorph. The endomorph are the people, normally they have like the pear shape. They have higher body fat, and their body holds on to fat easily. So that's the category.
That's the category you are in.
Yes. That's the category I'm in. And we have different body shapes too. Some people some people put on around the waist, some around the chest, and also some around the hips, the thighs.
The thighs and the arm. Those are the ones with the upper arm.
Yes. So people put on in different places. So I put on more around the thighs and the hips, As of now, I've lost 17 inches from my hips.
17 inches
from my hips. Because I used to be UK 26.
Wow.
Now, UK 26. Now I'm UK 12. Yes.
Are you serious?
So, yes. So I used to be 3X, Now I use US 10, So, but all this we're talking about, it's taking me 8 years. It's taking me
achieve that.
Because I got educated. I wanted to know better. I was seeking for help everywhere, because I just said to myself, if I don't lose this weight, what happened to my brother will happen to me. And I said, in his memory, I will dedicate my life to making. That was how I started campaigning. So I started campaigning on Facebook 8 years ago about lifestyle changes and even nutrition education. And I started documenting my journey. I started joining marathons. I started running, and I was just documenting my journey, and you could see that it was a lot of hard work for people like us. You know, I've just realized that it's a lifetime thing. I just need to continue.
Okay. Can I just quickly ask you this? Because someone just asked that question now. She said, if you have a slim shape, does that mean is that a sign of you being healthy?
You can, unfortunately, you can't tell from seeing somebody if somebody is truly healthy or not. You need to do your blood work. Even if I've told I always tell my clients, when you're about to start a weight loss journey, it's better you see your doctor, do a complete check, so that we can monitor your progress. So that if you have issues with blood pressure, blood sugar, cholesterol, we can know how to tweak your meal plan. And because what works for A may not work for B.
That's true.
You know, some it may be blood sugar, some it may be something else. You know, so it's always better to see the doctor first and see and
before you even start this lifestyle thing.
Yeah, and know where you are at, so that we can see if you're making progress. And if you're not making progress, then we can tweak your plan. You know, then we can tweak your plan. So you cannot tell. Even some you have a lot of people that are slim because they don't put on easily. They eat badly, and unfortunately, I've seen slim people that develop colon cancer because, and these are things that can be changed because they don't eat enough fiber.
Okay.
Fiber, okay. Yeah, because they don't eat enough fiber, you know. So because you're slim doesn't mean you're healthy.
Yeah. I think that's what the person wants to hear. Can I ask you this? When you're talking about the kind of things that anyone who wants to, I want you to share right now, that if I want to change my lifestyle, what are the key things you would say to a person who has a plus size, who is in the plus size category, and some of the things that you would suggest as first and foremost you got to do away with?
First of all, it starts with a decision. How bad do you want it? Why do I want it? Why do I want to lose weight? For a lot of younger people, it's the looks. They want to look good. They want to be able to wear some nice outfits and all that. You know, because being overweight is not in trend anymore. So the young people, you can see that they're very fanatic about going to the gym now. They don't joke with working out. You see a lot of the young boys now, they carry weights. They are very particular about that. But that doesn't mean that they are healthy, because some of them still eat a lot of junk. They eat burgers, pizza, and a lot of them are actually developing high blood sugar and high cholesterol. So because you're muscular doesn't mean you're healthy. And that's why, you know, people have to form the routine of having their medicals regularly. You know, you have to, especially, I always tell people, check your family health history. You can tell the way you're going to age from your family. That's
important.
Yes, if you check your family health history and you see and you see the trend there, then you know that you have to be careful. Then you know you have to be careful about some things and pay more attention, you know. Well, you know, there's some things that you can never go wrong with. Eating more food, eating more vegetables, you know, cutting down on your carbs. But the most important thing, because this journey is actually, I tell people now, it's if you have a lot to lose, like somebody like me, and you want to keep it, even if you're not as obese, even if you're not obese and you're overweight, if you want to keep it off and you don't want to do the yo-yo thing, you put on today, you gain, you put on. A lot of people, they have like 3 different size sizes of clothes in their wardrobe because they put on, they gain, they put on, they have an event, they lose, they do crash diets. You know, there was a time a few years ago, I too joined that bandwagon anyway. It was the fad then, you know, you do detox, you do juices, you do smoothies and all that. And by the time you finish that in a week, they're all back to eating their junk because because it's all deprivation.
Wow. So what you're saying, right, in essence, is that it's not all about doing things. This weight loss thing is not just about detoxing and all of that. There's more to you being able to maintain a lifestyle of being healthy and being on the slim side, maintaining that slim figure, than just detoxing and doing that.
Getting education, you know, and information abound on the internet. And if you don't understand those things, get a coach to educate you, you know, get a coach to educate you, you know, consult for an hour, 2 hours, know what you're putting into your body because it will save your life. Not only will you save your life, it will save your family because you start to change the way you cook your food. Ordinary changing the way you cook your food, instead of frying your meat, grilling it in the oven, you're not putting oil.
It's better.
Yes, and we have the air fryer now. Ordinary changing your cooking methods alone, you know, you're cutting down on your saturated fats that way. You know? So there's so many ways you can actually gradually change your lifestyle. Going for walks, swimming, cycling, you know, gradually changing your lifestyle. But you have to know you're going all the way.
Okay. There's a question out there. Someone said, how did you deal with self-esteem issues on your weight loss journey?
Luckily for me, I never had self-esteem issues. Like I said, growing up, I was so busy working. And I was exposed to so many things in a very young age. So I was entrusted with so much. I was so responsible for so many things that boosted my confidence. I was given to run a business as young as 10, 12-year-old. So that boosted my confidence that I didn't have issues with I didn't pay attention to that. I started paying attention to that when I, like I said, when I got to the university and it was getting difficult for me to get, that was when I started paying attention. It was very difficult for me to get clothes to wear. And I have to wait for my sister to send clothes to me from the US. That was becoming an issue because I couldn't get clothes I would love to wear. I couldn't get that was when I started, but I didn't lose my confidence. Yeah, okay. Because that's why the way you bring your children up is so important. My mama was setting goals for me that at the age of 16, at that time, I'd gone to driving school. I was already driving.
Your things were kind of like at your it was at your fingertips, so you really didn't feel that you lacked anything.
Driving at the age of 15, I did the proper test, drove through the drums. So all those things, you know, she was really setting the bar, setting goals for me. So that boosted my confidence. I didn't have time for you know, playing the victim that, because I'm big and all that. I didn't have time. There was no time for that. You know,
so I think for you,
it was when yes.
It's like for you, what really, you know, jolted you into having to go through this journey was the loss of your brother.
Was the loss of my brother and what the cardiologist told me.
Told you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. If you were to, I know that for some people they don't have the energy, they don't have the patience, right? That's the word, to go through this process that you're going through. They want a quick one, and then you see them doing the bypass and things like that. What are the disadvantages of having to do that to achieve what you have been able to achieve by just having a lifestyle of living clean and healthy in terms of your nutrition and your ability to keep fit by doing the basic exercises that are needed. What would you say is the disadvantage of doing a bypass to achieve a quick result?
For a lot of people, it's actually effective if your life is on the line.
Okay.
If your life is on the line, then consult a doctor, and if it's okay, why not? But the problem is, I follow a lot of people, and I've met a lot of people that have done this thing. What happens is, if you don't have a lifestyle change, it won't
Put the weight back.
They put on the weight back.
Wow.
They put on the weight back because the stomach is what they shrink, and once you start to expand it again with eating too much, it goes back to its size or not even bigger. You know? So you have to change your lifestyle. Whatever you decide to do. If you don't change your lifestyle, check the lives of even all the celebrities. They've done all sorts of things. They've done all these things. But when life happens and they go off their routine, they put it on again. You just have to see it as a lifetime. Oh, I'm going for a walk, just like I'm having my bath, I'm brushing my teeth, I want to cook. You have to schedule it. Schedule it. Like this morning, I've done 15,000 steps this morning.
Wow, 15,000 steps.
Yeah, yesterday I did over 22,000 steps.
Can I ask you this? How have you been able to stay consistent with all of the routines that you have to do, to maintain the...
Something happened to me last year. My mom was very ill, and I went home, and it was very emotional for me because I've always known that they say, oh, look at your parents. You can tell how you're going to age. My mom has had menopausal. She's had osteoarthritis.
Wow.
Osteoarthritis, and I saw the trend in the women in my family. My grandma, and it's debilitating. It's from my grandma to my aunt to my sister to my mom. I've just seen it, and I said to myself, this will not happen to me.
Wow.
That was
there's power in the tongue.
Yes, and I started running. I've run in marathons, different races. I started running. That was how I started my campaign 6 years ago. I started running. I started participating in different races, from 5 kilometers to 10 kilometers to half a marathon. Even in honor of my brother, I did 50 kilometers. I did 50 kilometers in honor of my brother some years ago, and I use it to create awareness about lifestyle changes. And I document all these things so that people will see that. Last month, when we did Active August, I did over 300,000 steps.
300,000. 300,000.
Yes.
In how many months?
For a family, in 1 month. Ooh. For a family that all their women suffer from terrible arthritis, I'm the only first person standing that I'm surviving it. Wow. I can run, I can walk to anywhere. I don't get tired, no bone pain, nothing. I can kneel. My friends know me. When I pray, I can kneel for hours. I don't.
How do you, Ikepo?
How come you can kneel down for so long? I can't do it. I can't do it. But when you retrain your body, when you retrain your body, I'm just saying the power of changing your diet. It's unbelievable. Okay. I used to be hypertensive. All the drugs, the drug I was having, they were always changing it because it was not working. Now I use just a quarter, and the doctor was telling me the other day that you'll be one of the very few that will completely go off. Now I use a quarter. That's what the power of changing your diet can do and getting enlightened about this thing.
Okay. Can I just ask you this? You've been talking about changing your diet. Can you share some things that you specifically would tell anyone who is overweight that they need to get off right now, in their 40s, 50s, that they really need to get off right now? Because you've been talking about the lifestyle. Some people are like, so what exactly is it that I need to change that would propel me into that healthy lifestyle?
First of all, a decision. Why do I want to lose weight? Why do I want to lose weight? Part of it is I want to be healthy. I don't want to have all these lifestyle diseases, heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, stroke, cancer. I don't want to have all these lifestyle diseases. That is what is pushing me, because arthritis in my family is debilitating. I don't want to end up like that. When I saw my mom last year, I just said to myself, now she's bedridden. I said no. Jeez. And because she's on the big side, with the carers, we have more than one carer for her. So can you imagine? We have 4 carers for her, and I'm just like, I will not end up like that. So you know where I'm coming from. This is forever for me. I'm never going back that way.
Okay. For people who can't do the running like you do, what would you ask them to do?
I don't run that as much anymore. I've changed my routine. I don't run as much. And now I carry more weights. I watch my food. I walk. I do boxing. I do cycling. You don't have to run. When I started having ankle injury, I stopped running. Once in a while, I just do some sprinting between. But I don't run like before again. I cycle. There are a lot of things you can do. Just find what you enjoy. You can go hiking. You can.
I know somebody who what she does is to dance.
Yes, during the lockdown when we could not we were not allowed to go out at all. I couldn't go for my walks. I started dancing.
Wow.
Dancing. That was what I did throughout the lockdown. I was dancing. And dancing is so good. It elevates your mood. And you know why people go back to their bad habits, stress, life, and they reach out to people as form of comfort. They start to do comfort eating. They start to do emotional eating. And doing that will not help your situation. It's not going to help. It's getting help, getting the right help. Don't food as sucker. It's just going to affect your health. Get the necessary help you need. Definitely food is the help you get. And the help you need. You need to get the proper help for your issues. Yeah, and you need to face your issues and address the issues. And that's where the wellness coaching comes in. Helping clients to change their behavior. Because once you can change your mindset, there's things that happen. But still, you can change your mindset, you're going to be stuck. It's going to be yo-yo. You put on, you lose. You put on, you lose. Till I started seeking for help, that was when the change came.
Okay. Okay, Ikepo, I think I'll just raise some of the questions that some of the viewers are putting up there. Someone here just said, Moti just said, I crave sweets when I'm stressed. How can she address that, in the situation? And then there was also someone who also said that what if you have already developed the pain in your knee? How else can you exercise to, or is there the need for them to go on the medication when that's their situation? So I've given you 2 questions now.
Yeah. For when you are craving sweet things, the most important thing is don't keep those things at home. Okay. Try and get
keep them out of your house.
Yes. Try and get some substitutes. I love snacking. So I love snacking. So I have health snacks at home. I have bowls of fruits. I buy the foods I enjoy. I love pawpaw. I have plums, kiwi. I love
So
berries.
in place of the sweets, you can do fruits.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, at times I have protein shake. At times I freeze the protein shake so that it's like I'm taking ice cream, or smoothie, There's always an alternative that is close to it.
And that is healthy.
Yes, and lower in calories.
So what
Because
about the person who has a knee problem?
450 calories. That's a lot. If you're allowed like 1,500. People don't know. People take 2 muffins and they're like, oh, I've not eaten today. Then keeping a food diary is very important. Keeping a food diary is very important so that you log in and you see you're not continually saying, oh, I've not eaten today, I've not eaten today.
Yes.
So the calories are
Okay, can I just, you live abroad, so some of the things that you're mentioning are easily available for you to reach. But in the Nigerian context right now, where you have things like amala and all of that, if you were doing to advise the Nigerian audience on some of the healthy habits they should start with in terms of the food to be healthy, what are the ones you would say cut up? Because I mean, like I try to eat less of fatty meats, and I do more meats that are like rich in protein. If there is anything like that, but I try to stay away from fatty meat. Lean protein. So if I were to come to you now and say, okay, what are the things that I can go for here in Nigeria that would be healthy for me to eat and would help my situation?
When I used to live in Nigeria, I was living in an estate, and I will buy my foods because like I told you, I've always dieted. On my way back from work, there was a woman at our gate. I don't go to ShopRite to buy fruits or vegetables. I buy what is readily available by my gate. I'll buy pear, apple, cucumbers, carrots, pineapple, pawpaw, banana, tangerine, I'll buy fruits that are readily available, that are affordable. Then green vegetables, sweet potatoes are affordable, The main thing to keep off, of course, keep your fat low. Cooking method, don't fry your foods. You're keeping your fat low. Then stay away from refined carbs, processed food. And luckily in Nigeria, we eat more fresh produce than processed food, because most of the processed foods are actually more expensive. So we do more cooking, because most of these processed foods are laden with sugar and salt, and they have a lot of additives that are not good for your health. Some have been found to be carcinogenic, like carrageen in cured meats, sodium nitrites. All these things are additives they put to preserve the food so that it can last longer, and they're not good for us. So I tell people, let like 80% of your food be fresh. If you're going to have anything that is processed, let it be like maybe canned sardine, let it be tuna, things like that. But most of the other things should be fresh. Most of the other things should be fresh.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, you right now you are a certified nutritionist, and you also, I mean, a weight loss expert as well. How have you been?
I spent months in wellness camps yes, in North America, just to have the plan and the package I have. So this is not a joke. I pursued it.
Okay.
So
do you offer service in terms of helping other people lose this weight and to maintain that weight loss?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay.
I
mean, and you have clients here in Nigeria.
Sorry?
Do you have clients here in Nigeria?
Yes, I have clients in North America and Ghana, Nigeria, Yes.
I'm sure the Nigerian clients are all listening to you right now, because I'm seeing questions. I'm trying to read as many as I can in terms of the questions that
Yeah, and in our
they are
portfolio,
asking.
people from all
You
over.
know
Yeah.
but is it possible, so once in a while, even though you are trying to keep the weight away and stay healthy, is it also nice sometimes to just to to break
Have
the
a
rules,
treat. Have
to
a
just have a
treat.
trip?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. It's okay to have a treat once in a while, but let it be a treat and not overindulgence. There's a difference
Okay.
between a treat and overindulgence, because what
It starts
happens
with
is,
a treat though.
yeah, what happens is when you overindulge, your cravings just shoots up again and you start to
Okay.
struggle. Because
Okay.
once you keep the carbs low and you start on a routine,
Mm-hmm.
your appetite is curbed and you're able to maintain. But once your blood sugar, you know, spikes again, you lose control. Then you start to
Wow.
crave everything. That's when you feel like eating everything because you've been eating too much sugar, too much of starchy carbs.
Carbs. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Wow. This has been really educating, and I'm sure a lot of the women who have connected with us today have learned a lot of things. I've learned a lot of things. Some of the things that I mean, you've said I'm guilty of having done. You start by saying I want to lose weight, then you go for a treat, and the treat becomes a regular, and before you know it, you're adding all the weights back. So, but I mean, this I'm going away with some information here, and I'm sure that there's a way people can reach you if they need to get more information
Yes.
as regards this, what you do, how you were able to achieve what you have done and kept it, because the ability to be consistent is actually a struggle for a lot of
Yes.
people watching their weight.
That's
That's
why
the
we have
real
support
struggle.
groups, and that's why we have a wellness
Do
coach.
you have a particular one that people can join?
Yes, we have the Healthy Bunch weight loss support group.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. But don't worry, we're gonna put that on up for everyone to be able to reach you when we have when we put it on the YouTube and when we do a replay of it. So at least they know how to reach you and continue this conversation, because hey, our time is up. And it was exciting talking with you. I'm always almost exceeding my time. Thank you
Thank you
so much, Ikepo, for being my guest this evening.
thank
And
you for having me, and
I'm
thank
sure we're going
you
to still talk
everybody
about
that
some other
joined.
things.
Thank you
I'm sure
so
they're
much.
hearing you. Thank you so much. On that note, it's a wrap with this edition of In Conversation with Susan Eyo-Ikpe. And again, thank you to my guest, Ikepo Osawaye, all the way from Dubai, sharing her experience as a weight loss expert and also telling us the journey that took her into this as a full-time thing that she's become so consistent about. Thank you, Ikepo, and it was so nice having you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. We'll see you again when we bring another guest to talk about something that will be very interesting for you to hear. Thank you and God bless.
Bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye.